Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back. Hopefully you guys had a good Christmas, cause I did. Alright, so look, we got this 2003 Acura 3.2 TL Type-S that we're gonna be working on. You guys are gonna be seeing it in upcoming videos because this car has a couple things wrong with it, and yours truly is gonna be fixing it. So today we're gonna be working on this car's brake lights. Okay, brake light bulbs have already been changed. Brake lights still don't work. The center brake light does work. The two other brake lights don't work. Tail lights work, reverse lights work, turn signals work, but brake lights don't work. So what we're gonna be doing today is fixing the brake lights, or at least figuring out what's wrong with it. There's a couple ways we can go about it. Let's go over to a wiring diagram, see what's involved in this brake light system, and then we'll start fixing it. Cool? Let's go. Alright guys, quick plug before we continue. Homie Hector hoodies are now available down below this video. I have the Homie Hector OG logo hoodie, and then I have the Homie Hector automotive hoodie. These are all pullover hoodies, premium quality. Get them while they last. They're here for the winter. If you feel like you want to support the homie, buy a hoodie, rock it, tag me on Instagram. Boom, right here, Homie Hector on Instagram. Show the homie some love. Alright, now back to work. Alright, before we continue here, I just want to go ahead and check all the lights back here, and I want to see what works on the car and what doesn't work, so that this way I have a better idea as to what exactly is going on with the car. So right now I know that the brake lights don't work, but if some other brake lights don't work, then that'll give me a direction as to which way to diagnose this car, okay? So I'm going to go in the car, we're going to start testing all the lights. Alright guys, so starting with this diagram, up here you can see fuse 47, 20 amps, goes down, powers up the brake pedal persistent switch. Once you step on the brake pedal, it powers up the brake lights. Right here you have the center brake lights. If you have a spoiler, it'll go this way. If you don't have a spoiler, it comes this way. And we don't have a spoiler, so that's why I highlighted this side. From here, it breaks down and it goes into the brake light failure sensor. The brake light failure sensor from here sends power out to the other brake lights. Okay, now from here also, from this white black wire, it goes out and it goes into the trailer lighting connector, which you guys can't see in the picture, but it's out here. Alright, so what do we have right now that works? We have this high mount brake light that works. So this tells me that this power feed is getting here. So we don't have a problem with the brake light switch. We don't have a problem with the fuse up here. Okay, so our problem is probably going to lie in this white black wire or in the brake light failure sensor. We can possibly have an open ground here because both of these brake lights don't work. But if our tail lights are working, that means that this ground must be good. So if we already changed the light bulbs, we changed these light bulbs, we don't have an open ground because our tail lights are working. If we had an open ground, this tail light right here will not work. So this bulb right here is a dual filament light bulb. There's a tail light and a brake light together. Alright, so just by knowing what works in the diagram, what works in the car, you can easily track down the problem. By finding out what's right, you're gonna find out what is wrong. So most likely we have a brake light failure sensor. I can go here, I gotta find it. We gotta see if we're getting power to that sensor. We're gonna see if power is coming out. I can go directly to the brake lights and see if we have power on this green white wire. I can check this ground over here on this brake light. There's a lot of tests we can do, but we're gonna be focused over here on this brake light failure sensor and on these light bulbs. So let's go over to the car and let's start doing some testing. Alright, look, I'm gonna be using my power probe for this. Good thing about a power probe is I can command a ground. I can send a ground, or I can send a power if I need to. Okay, so you can also use a test light if you want, but the power probe is gonna be good for this because I can send a power and a ground. And my suspicions are that I'm missing a power at my brake lights. So this brown connector here, this brown socket right here, and this brown socket right here, these are my brake lights. And as you can see, they're not on right now, and they should be on because the brake pedal is depressed. I should have 12 volts going into this green with white wire, and I don't have 12 volts. I have a ground, as you can see. Now I can send 12 volts with my power probe, and we're gonna see if the light works. So that's exactly what's wrong with this. We're missing 12 volts. So if you remember from the diagram, 12 volts go into this brake light failure sensor on this white with black wire. So we're gonna see if we have 12 volts in there. And we got, as you can see, we got 11.2. So we got battery voltage going there. Now let me just show you what it looks like with the test light. Okay, so with the test light, the light should be lighting just like that. So that's 12 volts going into the brake light failure sensor. Now is the 12 volts making it out? So the 12 volts should be coming out on this green wire, and we have a ground. 12 volts are going into the brake light failure sensor, but the 12 volts are not making it out to the brake lights. Now I can also power that with my power probe. So I'm gonna go on that green wire on the brake light failure sensor, and I'm gonna send 12 volts directly. And you can see both of the lights are lighting now. Gets annoying, huh? Yep. So 12 volts going in, 12 volts are not making it out, but when I power it up, both lights are working. So everything from the brake light failure sensor out to the lights is good. Everything from the brake pedal switch down here is good. The problem is here with this brake light failure sensor. I'm going to try to locate one, see if I can get one today, and we're going to change it, and then we're going to see if the lights work after on their own.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright homies, I actually am not gonna finish this car today. I called around a couple shops. Nobody has the part. It's a special order. I can either go to the dealership, go to the junkyard, and I'm just not doing that today. I'm gonna keep the car for a couple days here. I told you guys we're gonna keep working on the front right headlight that doesn't work. We got the radio that doesn't work. We got some door lock issues. We got some power window issues. But I actually called O'Reilly's. And I said, do you guys have this brake light failure sensor? It's a 5-pin connector. It's a little gray box. It goes on the left rear tail light assembly, and it tells the dash when the light's not working. And the girl says, brake light failure sensor. Yes, yeah, we got it. It's a 5-pin connector, right? She says, yeah, I have it in stock. I have one in stock. It's 30 bucks. I said, all right, cool. Save it for me. I'm on the way. Boom. I sent my wife over. They gave her the brake light switch. I said, what the does this happen to you guys? Do you guys ever go to O'Reilly's or AutoZone and you're struggling to get parts because people in the front don't know what the hell they're talking about? Or do you work at O'Reilly's and AutoZone? How do you get your training? How do you get familiar with parts? Because this is not the first time that this happened. I asked for a brake light failure sensor and I get a brake light switch? Like really? A brake light switch looks like a little chingadera. And you guys, I said it's a gray box that looks like a relay, like a little module, and you can't get it right. So comment down below, like what do you guys do to get your training on auto parts? You know, like me, we read books to get better at fixing cars. That's what we do. We read books, we watch videos, and we read books again, because if you don't stay on top of your game, you're gonna fall behind. So look, I know I can bypass this by jumping the white wire to the green wire, and then I'll have brake lights, but I don't want that. I want to leave this as stock as possible. And if that brake light failure sensor is cheap, might as well, you know? I know I can easily cut the wires and bypass it and I'll have brake lights, but that's not how I want to go about it. So that's it. I'm gonna end this one right here. I'll see you guys on the next one. If you guys want to see more of this Acura 2003 Acura 3.2 TL Type-S, which by the way was the last Acura TL Type-S made before they changed the body style to that bigger one. And then subscribe right here, boom, hit that little notification bell, boom, and don't forget to support the homie Hector with the merch down here below the video. Pick up a sweater, pick up a hoodie, because it's cold out here, it's cold outside, and I would really appreciate it if you do. So designs are going to be changing, so if you like what you see down there, cop it while you can, because I don't know how long it's going to be before I switch it up on you guys. But right now, hoodies. I got them in all kinds of colors, so check them out below. And that's it. I'm going to end it here, homies. I'll see you on the next one. Hey, wait.